we have worked with recruitment companies for a long time now, and we get a lot of feedback. So I've just noted 4 today that keep cropping up, and you may relate to some of these as well. So you can see the first one there. The paper-based assessments are time-consuming and expensive to deliver. Paper overload. Sure, you're well aware of all of the paperwork that goes hand in hand. I have been on site myself with some of the recruitment clients, and in the morning they're doing their inductions, which is taking a few hours. That they are then doing their food safety and health and safety. So again, it can take maybe 2 days to complete all that. Whereas with our technology now, you can complete your introduction to food safety in 1 hour, and have your scores automatically in real time. The second one there, we don't have any way to assess how well our candidates speak and understands English. And then this is, I suppose, aligned back then to our ESOL, or our listening, reading and numeracy assessment. So this assessment, particularly when the members of the public walk into your branch as such, it's very hard to determine, well, what is their level of English. So within 20 minutes, you can sit them down. They can complete the ESOL assessment via e-learning on the tablet device, or you can do it via group learning, and you can see immediately what is their score. And a lot of the time, our recruitment companies would have like a benchmark in terms of the job role at hand, and so you can immediately see that. The third one then is we're being pushed more and more by clients to deliver their inductions, training courses and assessments on their behalf. I'm sure that you're well aware that, I suppose, the clients are pushing more and more now for you to do a lot for the staff that you provide to them. What we find is that if you have the technology platform, it gives you that added value that you can, get ahead. And especially with inductions, what we're finding is that the actual recruitment company is providing better inductions than the company themselves. So that's another key advantage. And the last one there then is we need to be constantly adding value and offering unique selling points to our customers to be their first choice recruitment partner every time. Again, what we find here is we actually get a lot of expressions of interest because our technology has been used by a competing business who's been bidding for the same contract. And the company at hand gets in touch with herself to find out what are the solutions at hand. So again, having that technology at hand, automating your compliance and your training requirements, and adding that bit of interactivity with the keypads allows you to get ahead as such. So again, as I mentioned, the 2 solutions that we're going to run through today is our group learner, which is our blended learning, compliance and training solution. And today I'm going to run through our food safety level 2. I'm going to give you a look at our response point technology, where you can create your own inductions. Onboarding, risk assessments, again, anything that you're currently using via PowerPoint, you can turn that into your own interactive and engaging session. So the solution as a whole, and it's referred to as the Group Learner Courses Edition. All of our recruitment clients get their own dedicated online account where all of your training records are saved, and you can see who's completed what, ESOL assessments, their introduction to food safety, and the likes of that. You then have access to all our ready-to-go courses, and again, all the courses are available via classroom delivery with keypads, individual e-learning and tablet delivery. delivery, and then you have your Respond Point integration where you can create your own bespoke courses. And again, it's all about reducing the paperwork and giving you a centralized location that you can access the information as and when you need it. So it's all about getting moving paper and manual processes online and making it a little bit easier for you on a day-to-day basis. And then you can just see there at the bottom, so again, our group delivery mechanisms includes our keypad delivery, our e-learning and our tablet, which I'm going to show you later on. So you can just see here is a full list of all of our courses and assessments. You can just see during the right hand corner, that's actually what our keypad kit looks like. There's a white device, which we call the receiver. And then you have your handheld keypads that the trainees use to answer the assessment questions, and the USB plugs into the USB port on the machine. So again, you can just see we have a wide range of CIH approved and endorsed courses, and they can all be delivered in a group session. Majority of our clients will purchase keypads in bulks of 15 or 13, again depending on the size of your training room and what you can cater for. So what we're going to run into now is I'm going to give you a live demonstration of the technology and how all the different aspects fit together. So as much as I would love to show you all aspects of the technology, I've just selected 5 that we're going to run through today. The first one being is running the group learner courses. And I want to take you through your food safety level 2 and also the ESOL, the listening, reading and numeracy assessment, how you create your own Respond Point assessment. And then we'll log into our compliance platform, and all of our clients get their own dedicated online account, and this is where you'll get access to your trainees and certificates and all of that. And then I'm going to show you instant how you can get access to the instant results and certificates and reporting features. And then I'm going to show you the tablet device. I've only got screenshots of the tablet, obviously, because I can't show it to you live as such. So I'm just going to exit out of this. So you can just see on my desktop, I have the Group Learner player. So this is primarily your video player, your media player. I'm just going to test my keypads and log in. And I do scan. Bear with me. So within the Group Learner player, this is where all of the Group Learner courses can be run. On average, it is taking our users about 2.5 hours to run our CIH level 2 food safety. Our level 1 can be run within 1 hour. So I'm just going to start testing my keypads. 2 keypads in front of me. I have keypad number 3. I have keypad number 1. So if you can visualize at this time, you may have 15 trainees in your training room. Each trainee has been assigned with a keypad. I'm going to click on Stop Testing. You have your overhead projector and your screen and your speakers linked up so that they can hear the course. I can open the course. I can then see a list of all the courses that are already downloaded. I'd also like to add that you can run this course in an offline capacity as well, so you don't need to have internet connection to run it. So I will click on Open. And that opens up just a registration agreement that the trainees have to read, and kind of by signing the attendance sheet for this course, you hereby accepting the terms and conditions. So in this course in particular, you can see that there are 9 modules, ranging from the introduction to food safety, food handlers, again, all of your common modules that would be in this course. And then you have your final assessment. In all of our courses, there's refresher questions throughout, and the reason for that is that it gives the trainer or invigilator real-time information in terms of the understanding of the group. And I'll show you as I kind of go through this course as well in terms of what I mean by that. And then the final assessment is normally at the end. And it's the same with our respond point or induction type courses as well. There tends to be refresher questions throughout, and then you have your final assessment then at the end. So to run this course then you just click on the run course. So what I want to do is I'm going to let you hear the voiceover, so you won't hear me for a few minutes, just to give you an overview of the content of the course.
If you don't consider food safety at all times, there can be severe implications for you and your employer. For example, if there is an outbreak of a serious foodborne illness and the authorities determine that your company's products were at fault due to poor pest control measures, everyone responsible could lose pay or their jobs, and some people may even be fined or imprisoned. This course will ensure that you are aware of your responsibilities according to the law, and most importantly, can produce safe food. This course explores the syllabus of the CIEH Level 2 Award in Food Safety for Manufacturing. If this is the first time you're taking this course, we recommend that you work through the modules in order. The course tutor is Maria, and she will guide you through each module. I will pop in from time to time to see how you are getting on. I will speak up if I think Maria is forgetting anything important.
Hello, it's nice to meet you. I'm really looking forward to exploring food safety management with you. This is the current module, where you are introduced to the topic of food safety. We will list the module objectives on the next page. We will explore the relevant food safety laws and regulations and what they mean to you. We will explore food safety hazards, biological and non-biological, to help you understand the food safety risks in your workplace. We will explain how temperature controls can be used to slow down or stop the multiplication of bacteria. We will cover how heat processes can be used to kill or control bacteria. We will explore personal hygiene rules that you should follow to ensure you are not the source of a food safety hazard. We will provide guidance on how food should be stored safely. We will explore the importance of cleaning and disinfection in the workplace. We will explain the importance of a safe working environment, and in particular, one that does not attract pests. Finally, we will assess your food safety knowledge. You must pass this assessment to complete the course.
So again, it's quite similar to your e-learning type course where you have the text on the screen. So you can just see there, so it's quite similar to your e-learning type course where you have your voiceover and your text on the screen. So if I just move through here, and as I mentioned earlier, within all the modules there's refresher type questions, and again this gives the invigilator or the trainer real-time information in terms of the understanding of the group and whether they have to go over certain aspects of the material again. So you can see this question has just popped up on the screen, and it is, what is the best definition of contamination with regards to food safety? At this part of the session now, you will get your trainees to press 1, 2, 3 or 4 on the keypad to render the correct answer. You can see the grid at the bottom, and this you can just see there's 15 kind of attendants. I have 2 keypads in front of me. I'm going to press number 1 on one of the keypads, and I'm going to press number 2 on the other one. Once I press the keypad, I can see option 1 answered, and then also option 2. I can see option 2 then as the correct answer. If you're running through the session and maybe 80% got the incorrect question, then you may make that decision to go over certain aspects of that session again, or maybe have a session with the trainees. So again, so you run through all the modules, pressing the spacebar. And you run through all 9 modules and then the final assessment and on that. And what you do then is you save the course, and what you do there is you're saving all the responses that the trainees have given. And what our technology does is it gives it a stamp of the date and the time that was actually saved, because a lot of our recruitment companies would run maybe 3 or 4 sessions in the one day, and then the files would get mixed up. Whereas if you date stamp it and time stamp it, you know exactly what upload refers to what training session, and you just need to ensure that you save that in a location where you know when you go to your own dedicated online account to do the upload to get the scores and the certificates, that you know where the location is. So that is a data file, and I want to do a live demo of the actual upload files as well, to show you how it all works. The second file then is the class list, and that's primarily mapping the keypads with the trainees. Again, you have 2 options here. You can bring down the trainees as from within the online account that they may be already created, or it may be some new trainees, and you can just type in their first name and their last name and their date of birth. Maybe unique identifier. So that is the electronic version of the class list. That's the second file you need to when you go to do your upload later on within the online account to get your scores in real time. And then the third file is a hard copy of the class list, which is exactly the same as the electronic version, only it's you get the trainee to sign it, and then that's the third file that you upload onto that as well. So that's the group learner player, and all of our courses can be run within that within the player. The second item then I'm going to move on to is our ESOL assessments, our listening, reading and numeracy assessments, and I'm going to run that via e-learning mode. Just open that up. So the ESOL is primarily used by our recruitment clients as a form of shortlisting. As I mentioned before, close this. As I mentioned before, it's as a form of you know when a trainee walks in, you very little inclination in terms of their level of English, and again you're being pushed and pushed to provide high quality candidates. In 20 minutes you can complete this ESOL assessment and have a level of understanding in terms of where they're fit and whether their job role permits that. So I'm just going to open up the ESOL again, and you can just see here it follows the same format where it has the voiceover and the text. So again, what I want to do is I want to let you listen to the content. Okay, so that gives you a quick snapshot in terms of our ESOL assessment, and again it includes our listening, reading, and numeracy assessments. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump into the dedicated online account, and again, as I mentioned earlier, all of our recruitment clients would get their own bespoke their own dedicated online account, and this is where you will do your upload. If you're admin user, you'll get your own unique username and password. So I'm just going to log in here. And I will go to my demo account. And you can see when you log in, you have your dashboard. So you can see your total course pass rates. You can see your monthly course usage. You can see your individual course pass rates, and again, individual course licenses. Clients would kind of have a look here and see if they're, you can see the ESOL is running out of licenses. Just had a client there yesterday who was, again, went to do an upload, didn't have enough licenses, and had advised that the client was putting pressure on them to get the ESOL scores. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to my group learner response point upload. So I've just this morning done a group session of food safety. And I am just going to upload, I just want to show you how easy it is to get those scores and certificates. So if you're the admin user that's logged in at the time, you'll also get an email with the scores and the certificates for all those who've reached the pass mark. So you can just see here, which is your select your assessment data file to upload. So that's the file that was date and time stamped. So I'm just going to click on that. You select your class list to upload, which is the electronic version that we saved within the Group Learner Player. And then the third file is the PDF attendance sheet to upload. Browse and click on that. And then all you need to do then is upload your course files. And that will just take a few minutes. So as I mentioned, if you're the admin user at the time, all of the information then is sent to you in an email format as well. So you can just see here that you have kind of all of the scores of the trainees. So if you want to maybe log in now, so all that information then is saved. So by uploading those 3 files, all of that training activity is saved. So I can then go into my employee training plans, and I can go to Stephen, which I seen he was on the class today. I can log into his file. You can see all of his personal information is saved there as well. I can then go to manage his training plan, and I can see that he's completed the level 2 food safety. If you want to delve in deeper there, you click on view. And then this will show me what keypad number he used, the scores, all of the questions and answers that were given. I can pull off the certificate again, I can view the signature again as well. So all that information is automatically saved by just uploading those 3 files. And all of our courses are delivered in that fashion with Respawn Point as well. So I just want to jump now to into how you can create your own bespoke inductions or onboarding. Again, anything that you're currently using via PowerPoint, you can turn that into your own interactive and engaging session using our Respawn Point technology. So you can just see here, it's primarily an additional add-in tool to PowerPoint, and you can see you have all your different features. You can insert your slides, you can manage your slides, you can create your class list as you do within the Group Learner Player. You can test the keypads as well. And I'll just test the 2 keypads that I have. So keypad number 1, and I've given it response 1, and I have keypad number 3, and I've given it response 2. So we're happy enough. Testing the keypads as well, it puts the trainer's mind at ease that everything is working correctly and as it should be. So this example you can see is an induction training that we've taken, and again you can just see it's your normal PowerPoint slides. You can add video links in here as well. What some of our clients do is within the induction process, they include a slide, which you can just see, which is supplementary health and safety overview. This information is additional to complement the CIH introduction to health and safety training. So they're also going to be doing our health training session within this session as well. And then again, you can just see your normal induction type slides on here at accidents first aid. So if we scroll down to the very bottom, I can immediately see this is a respawn point slide, and this is where the trainees are going to use their keypads to answer the assessment questions. Again, it follows the same format where you can have your refresher questions throughout and then your final assessment then at the end. What some of our clients do as well is that they may have an induction program, and then they may just have one slide, and it's just kind of around that they conform to, that they've read and fully understood the presentation delivered to them. So you can just see here, I can confirm and then I have attended a seafood awareness presentation to work for XYZ Seafood Limited, and understand the rules and regulations and policies and procedures. So it's just a sign off really, and the trainees then would answer yes or no on their keypad. So what you do then to actually run that session is you put it into slideshow mode. So you can just see here, and I just click to the next slide, and that's our allergens net. So again, you can, any training courses that you're using via PowerPoint, you can use our technology to make it that bit more interactive and engaging, and again removing the paperwork and allowing you to have the information at hand. Very, very easy. So here then again the question slide pops up on the screen. What should you do if you need to leave the site unexpectedly? 1, tell your friend you're leaving the site. 2, ask your production controller or manager for permission to leave the site. 3, don't tell anyone and just leave the site. Or 4, tell security you're leaving the site. So again, I have my 2 keypads at hand. I'm going to press keypad number 1 and response number 2. So you can see the grid at the bottom gives a blue greeny colour, signifying that the trainees have answered, and that allows then the actual trainer to move on then to the next slide, and you can then see that 50% answered option 1 and 50% answered option 2. So it's quite similar to the concept of the game show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Ask the audience. And again, you're going to save your 3 files, your data file, which you can see here. You can save the data file, which is exactly the same within the Group Learner Player. You then create your electronic version of the class list, and then the 3rd file then is your hard copy that you get the trainee to sign, and then you upload that into your online account. And that's the same process that follows. If I just log in here to the, so you can just see here the CIH level 2 food safety. So it's the 3 files, and then you can just see what the PDF looks like, which has the trainee's signature. And it's upside down, but you can get the concept in terms of you get the trainee, and that's a file then that saves for verification requirements within the online account. Close out of that. So again then, if you run your respawn point session, you're going to log back then into the Group Learner respawn point courses. You upload the 3 files, but in this instance then you clicked your respawn point course upload, and then you would select then from the whatever session that is relevant to that training session. So again, by uploading 3 files, all of that is saved automatically within the online account. I'm just going to go into the employee training plans. So you can see here you have a list of all of your trainees, and you can have a unique identifier. Again, the site-specific and department, they can be customizable. So you might want to have maybe a telephone number in there. Again, it's bespoke to your requirements. So if I go into the first record here, which is Stephen Allen. And you can just see that, just the personal information there at the top, and you can add a photo. I can see that he has been assigned, he can actually access our e-learning courses as well. By giving him an email and a password. And again, you, the admin user, can set the privileges in terms of who sees what. So then I can go to manage their training plan. So I can see that this employee in particular has completed the response point, the new employee site induction, and he's completed it. He's done the level 2 food safety, which I uploaded today. He's also done the labelling. I can see that he has the HACCP, which is in the grace period. The grace period would be 28 days from when you actually assign the course. So it gives them that bit of leeway before they need to complete it. Then our ESOL, or listening, reading, numeracy assessment. So again, if you want to delve in deeper into that, I can go in, I can see what keypad number was used. And then you can also see the questions and answers that were given. You can pull off the certificate and you can pull off the signature again on that as well. And then if you want to maybe assign this employee then with, maybe he needs to do another training course, say safe manual handling, I can easily get that set up for him. I just click on the box on the left hand side, and then I move that over, and then I just save update, and then that his training plan then is automatically updated, and I can see then that the safe manual handling then has been assigned to him, and then there can be a plan in place in terms of how he's going to deliver that, whether it's going to be a group session via keypads or e-learning, or even via the tablet device. The other thing that I want to show you today is the Learning Manager, the reports that can be get from, again, the click of a button. So if I just show you, you can just see the Group Learner Course Report. So if you want to see everyone who's actually completed the CIH Level 2 Food Safety, or even the ESOL, very easily, you just go into the Group Learner Course Report. I want to select the CIH Level 2 and show me the report, and then that brings up everyone who has completed that report and who's not completed it. So again, very, very quickly you get that information at hand. The other thing then that I would like to show you is the ESOL course report. And again, you may find yourself in a situation where your client is asking you for a particular maybe a machine operative, and they need to have an L1, and say they're listening, which is the highest mark that you can get in the ESOL assessment. So if I just type in L1 here, and then I can download the report. So immediately it finds all of the trainees within the platform that have a listening L1, which means then that you have a list of names that you can then supply to the client, say that they want the machine operative. And that is it. And you can just see how fast those reports can be pulled off as well. Now, the last thing that I am going to run through today is I'm just going to show you the tablet device. So again, the third delivery mechanism that we have now is the tablet, the ability to run your courses on the tablet. And again, this is quite, bear with me. I'm just going to go to the, I don't want to take you to the start. So again, if you have a tablet device, an Android or iPad, you can download our Group Learner application, and then you can actually run all of our CIH endorse and approved courses using the tablet device. And again, this is it's quite good for the likes of ESOL and your Introduction to Food Safety course. So you can just see here you have your training plan, your manager report, your training courses and your work groups. So you can basically then just log in and launch the course. You can then assign the selected trainee to run that, and then the course is launched. And then again, the content is exactly the same. And that concludes that. I'm just looking at the time here, so I'm quickly just going to run through some questions and answers that has been asked here today. So, like I said earlier, if we don't get to your question today, I'm going to get back to all of you individually anyway. So we have Jane. Is there a reporting option available within the dedicated online account? So I hope I actually answered that for you, Jane. So again, you can just see within the learning management, you do have your learning management reports, and again, you have access to a wide range of all of those courses, ESOL, Group Learner course reports, and that as well. Then we have Natalie. Do you have the training courses available in any other language other than English? Natalie, we're actually asked that question quite a lot. At the minute, they're only available in English, but our Respond Point module allows you actually to create your course content in any language be it Polish or Lithuanian. So you can create your own bespoke content using the Respond Point module, which is one way our clients get around that. But again, we're always looking at ways to add to a product courseware portfolio. And again, if we find that there's enough demand for a particular type of course, we can get that into the development mode. Paul has asked, how much is the food safety level 2 and the ESOL assessments? So our food safety level 2, you purchase licenses, which includes the course and certificate, and they're available at £15 per license. Our ESOL is available for £7.50. So that is that answer. And then we have Jerry. Do you have packages available that would be just for creating your induction courses? So our PowerPoint module, all you need to get that is you purchase a keypad kit, and that's available at £8.95, and you also get a Respond Point module free. So if it's just inductions you're looking for, you would just need to purchase the keypad kit. You get a free Respond Point license. And you're good to go. And again, all of our accounts get their own free dedicated online account. So you can just see there on the screen as well that my contact details are there, my telephone, if you're in the UK or Ireland, and my email address. As you know, we're running a series of webinars. The next one up is the 3rd of August. And it's our kind of impending audit approach and needs staff trained quickly. So you can keep an eye on all of our up and coming webinars on our involvegroup.com/webinars. So all it is for me to say is thank you very much for your time today. I hope you have a better indication in terms of how our technology works now and how we're helping our recruitment clients to fast track their food safety, ESOL assessments and induction training. Thanks very much for your time, and take care.